Well, here I am on my hike up here in the mountains north of Las Vegas. This is a canyon I just walked up in. Now you can't tell, but my truck is way out there by the mountains at the very end of this valley. It's kind of like a big canyon. On the other side of these mountains, I'll show you in a second, is the bombing range, the Nellis Air Force bombing range. They do a lot of practice stuff out there. This is an old mine, and there's a hole here that just goes way down. I'll show you that. And then the last time I came up here, I hiked up to the top of what they call Gas Peak, and I spent the night. It was a 2-day hike, and then I hiked all the way down to another valley over here and went past this mountain range you see on my right, all the way back out to the flat desert. Now, the camera doesn't pick this up very well, but it's a long way. And I just romp around out here, do some solo hikes, and have some fun. My mission today is to just do a 1-day hike. It's about a 10-hour hike. I got to still go over another ridge and then go all the way down a big crevice that's real narrow and gets kind of scary. I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday. And I talked to some people on YouTube, and I told them, hey, I'm coming out here, you know, because they kind of called my hand on it. So I don't know if there's going to be anything to it, but it might be interesting. If I can find it, I got to relocate it, and this is a big mountain range I'm in, and I'm on foot, you know. My truck's way out there. There's no roads, there's no trails. It's a pretty rough terrain. So hopefully I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M, and it's about as tall as I am and kind of narrow, and it's stuck on the side of a mountain. So I hope I can find it again. And if I do, I'm going in there. I'm gonna put on my light and take my gun out and walk in there, see if I find anything. We'll see. I'm gonna take the camera and show you how deep this hole is and kind of show you around real quick. So here we go. This area is that I'm in, it's kind of a weird thing. It's been out here forever. I mean, there's no roads, there's no trails. This thing, who knows how long it's been out here, and I have no idea what they were digging up, but it looks like some of the rocks are kind of rusty, so it might have been some kind of ore. This is kind of iffy. I'm going to step on this thing. It's very old, but I'll just show you down inside that hole. It goes way, way, way down in there. Let me see if I can... that's pretty far. That goes way down in there. If you fell, that'd be it. You'd be a goner. It's a long way. So anyway, on the other side of those mountains, they're not that far away, but they're pretty good distance out there. On the other side of those is where I'm going to be popping out after I go over this. See, there's this little canyon. I got to go down. I got to go over this mountain, and then I drop way down this mountain into a canyon, and I head off in that direction. I just go that direction, and that's west, heading towards, that's Mount Charleston, that big mountain out there. That's the Mount Charleston range. And then excuse me, I got flies all over the place. And then, so I'll be heading down behind this mountain over here in a little canyon that gets kind of scary because there's all kinds of cliffs and stuff. And then hopefully I'll find that cave. It's like back over there somewhere, but down on the other side of that mountain. And then I got to walk all the way along this whole gigantic range on the outside of that mountain. Because I came down this valley, you'll see this valley, but I'll be out there where the desert's flat. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. I'll be way, way, way out there where the desert's flat. And then I got to walk all the way down, down, all the way back to way out there. And then I got to come back up and find my truck. So it's going to be a long time. The sun might be down by the time I started at 7 o'clock, but I'm thinking the sun might be down by the time I get back to my truck. But the great thing about it is I have a big cooler full of beer waiting for me. It's gonna taste so great because I didn't bring a whole lot of water and I only got like one candy bar to get me through, but I like roughing it that way. So I slept up in these mountains and it's pretty high. I think that's about it's like 9,000 feet up there. And it's the camera just doesn't do it justice, but I slept on one of those peaks. I think that's the peak I slept on, and then I came down in the morning, and it took me quite a while to get out of this mountain range, and I walked almost all the way back to the highway, and my girlfriend picked me up, so it was a long trip. I was pretty wore out and beat up. But that's what I do. I'm out here having a good time. So I'm going to hang it up and hopefully I'll find that cave. If I find the cave, I'm definitely going to set up my tripod over here and I'm going to go check it out. So you'll see me with my gun in hand and my flashlight and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be freaked out like I was last time. Who knows? There might have been a mountain lion in there and it was just my sixth sense talking to me. So I'll catch you later. Talk to you in a minute. Bye. Anyway, I'm back. I had to show you this. I'm almost to the ridge that I'm going to be going down, and I came across in early October. I don't normally find these in early October, but when I first started this hike down there's no pine trees, there's no juniper trees, there's barely any bushes. There's a lot of cactus, and slowly but surely I run into juniper, and then every now and then I run into a pine tree. But now I'm in the middle of these pine trees up here, and I just came across these, and they have just opened and dropped gigantic sweet pine nuts, or pinion nuts, whatever you want to call them, and they are all over the place. And they're so sweet and delicious. There's flies all over. They're everywhere. They're just laying. It was the perfect time to find them because they're just laying all over the place. Now I can spend about 20 minutes just walking around and collecting these, and I'll put them all in my bag, and when I get home I'll have a nice treat. And this is the kind of food that saves your life. If you're up here and you got nothing to eat and you come across this, just start picking them up and eating them, man. They're delicious. Who cares about dirt? If you're dying, grab these things, man. They're free. They're delicious. This is a treat. And they're really big. Look at the size of those babies, man. They're great. Even the nut is sweet. Look at that. They're perfect. There's so many of them. So I'm gonna wander around. I don't like taking them from this because you get the sap all over your hands and it's sticky like crazy. But look at that. They're all over the place. So I'm gonna fill my pockets up. These things are expensive. You go anywhere in the outskirts of Vegas or in Vegas, if you can find them in Vegas, and they'll charge you $10 for a bag, sometimes $20 for a bag. You know, just a baggie. And I'm here picking them up free. And they're giant and they're delicious. They're everywhere. There's so many of them laying all over the place. Wow. Oh, perfect. They're just at the right stage. Look at that. Perfect. Wow. So I'm a happy camper. I'm going to collect these for a while, and then hopefully we'll find that cave. Okay, so I'm back. I came down one mountain. I came over a ridge and I dropped down inside this canyon. Now that's actually behind me. I'm actually going. There's big mountains over there. There's a few caves over there, but that's not where I found it. Out that direction is the direction I'm heading. Down here, I'll walk a little bit. So I'm in another long canyon. This is the second canyon, and I had to go over a small mountain to get to this one and then drop down. and I just got down here, and now this is just going to go all the way down through this whole twisty, windy canyon, and I've got to follow it, and it gets real narrow, and then it starts turning into cliffs and stuff that I got to start climbing down. It gets a little hairy, but I've done it 2 other times, so I know I can get through. And then it just drops down out into the flat desert. All of a sudden, boom, you're out of the mountains and you're on the desert. And then I got to walk the whole range all the way back, and it is a long way. So whew, I'm gonna be worn out, but that beer's gonna taste good. So along here, I'm sure it's further down this canyon, and see, I gotta go past that mountain way out there and then just keep on going. It turns into a real narrow canyon. So this is the kind of terrain I hike over all the time. No trails, no trash, no people. I'm sure there's mountain lions out here. And all kinds of other critters. No bears, obviously, there's no bears out here. And I've never run into a rattlesnake, which is kind of strange. But there's, as you can see, there's no water out here. So, oh, there's look at, there's a bird. Oh, I missed him. He's making noises. I wish I could get a picture of him. So I take photographs of cool stuff. I find fossils and all kinds of stuff. So that's where I came from, way back over there. I had to drop down off of that mountain, and now I got a ways to go down here. So I'm going to turn this off, and if I find the cave, I'll be turning it back on. Bye bye. Here's a beautiful canyon I'm just now walking past. I just now got past that little mountain, and I got to walk past this canyon and just keep on going. You got to know which canyons to go down, otherwise you get lost up here. I don't bring a compass or anything, but I do have a pocket full of pine nuts. Yeah, I've been collecting them all the way down here, but that goes way up there, and that just goes, that's north, and it just keeps on going all the way to Alamo, Nevada, like 80 miles away. So, ow, I tripped. Okay, off again. Here's the mountain. There's another range I'm walking down. I'll just give you an idea how long it takes to get past these mountains. You know, so I just keep on walking. I'm kind of going down. I'm in a big giant creek bed right now, and I haven't come to the area where the cave is. So it's along here somewhere. This is going to get real narrow way down here when I finally get up to that mountain down there, which is it's a good distance away. When I get to that mountain, I should be in the narrow part of the canyon. It gets so narrow you can almost put your hands on either side of it, on the walls, on the canyon walls. And so I do all of this solo, you know, and it's kind of dangerous, and I try to pretend like I don't have any supplies. You know, I bring water and I bring something to eat, but I haven't eaten anything since I started this hike, and I've only had 2 small gulps of water, so I kind of try to pretend that I'm running out or I don't have it, just so I can see how far I can actually go before I feel like I'm in trouble. That way, if I ever do get in trouble, I know when I know when I should start panicking, how long I have before I'm in trouble. So that's a good idea to do that, you know. If I get real thirsty or I get hungry, I could just always reach into my pack, but I like to ration what I have so I can go long distances. There's some interesting stuff coming up here. Look, see those? Look at that. Kind of right there. That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm going to turn it off and then I'll turn it back on here. Look at that. That's pretty cool right there. Huh. Alright, off with the camera. Well,